Welcome back to Not Man Enough Podcast. Well, this is a good week. It's a great week. You know why? Anybody? I mean, am I just here by myself?
I'm just trying to think of a good reason why this week is good. I don't know.
Well, we're in Arkansas. I'm an LSU fan, so this should be...
World Series.
Yes, starting Saturday. Well, it's not started. College World Series starts... it starts Friday, but Saturday is LSU and Arkansas. Super looking forward to that. Man,
big game.
Yeah, it'll be a good game, I think. Maybe. Who knows? You never know with baseball. That's the weird thing about baseball. Like, you never know what you're going to get. So,
who do you think's going to win, Jonathan?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. At work today, I got in a conversation with a guy, and I could tell he was like really amped up about the Razorbacks, and he really thought I was on his side. And then at the very end, I just dropped the bomb that I was an LSU fan, and he looked really disappointed. But
yeah,
I was like,
a lot of people were predicting LSU to win the whole thing. I don't feel so confident. They do have the best pitching, but whatever. But anyway, I'm excited about that. LSU made it through Super Regionals. Arkansas made it through Super Regionals. So even if LSU gets knocked out, I still have a team that I can kind of root for that maybe won't drop a pop fly in the foul zone so that they can bring home a national championship. Other good news, and I don't know if the other episode will release by the time we release this one, so maybe this won't make any sense. We'll see. We're having trouble. But this came in. Switch to.
Wow. Everyone say wow.
Wow. Oh, and look, look at this. Magnets.
he's really excited about the magnets.
Oh, I see Matt in the reflection.
Oh, yeah.
A little breaking the fourth wall here.
Yeah. Oh, man, it's so hard to do this. There he is. All right.
Oh, hold on. I was trying to wait.
Let's just do that the whole time.
Anyway, dude, the quality of this thing is awesome.
Oh, yeah. It felt so good.
Like,
it is significantly bigger.
Okay. It felt really good in my hands.
I don't know about all that. It's a high quality item.
I love getting like a new tech product, like a phone or something. It just feels so good to hold.
It is a premium. Like it's a more expensive. I mean, it's $450 for the base model. If you get a game with it, it's $500. And so it's pricey. But
just show us your pay stub while you're at goodness gracious.
It is
bragging over here, rich man.
It is very premium though. It's a very premium device, and like it even like just does crazy stuff. Like it'll just upscale random games. I downloaded like a demo for an older game. It just anyway, that's kind of geeky, but that's all right. My kids love it. They've been playing the mess out of Mario Kart World. Maybe I'll do a review with the kids or something. Because they play the mess out of it, man. Like, they love it. They absolutely love it. But anyway, there's a lot going on in the world. We have a lot of subjects to get to because, well, it's kind of crazy right now. That's all the good news I think we have.
It's just the Switch. That's it.
The Switch, College World Series. Yeah, anyway.
Is there anything else?
Is there anything else good?
You know, I was thinking of, you mentioned the College World Series, and I was thinking of, I know you're going to watch the game. I was like, you know, I might come watch the game with you.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I'm like, I don't know though.
Yeah, but I'm not one of those fans, man.
Dude, I gotta freaking work that day.
Hey, first game of football season, LSU Clemson, and I'm at my in-laws' house for that game, full of nothing but Clemson fans. I'll be the only LSU fan, and it's a lose-lose.
Oh yeah.
Because if LSU wins, I gotta act like it's no big deal. I gotta be like, nah.
If you're a real fan,
I don't care. I don't care. But if LSU loses, it will be rubbed in relentlessly. So I can't win. It's
That's why you just got to go after it. You got to rub it in just as much as they would. Because here's the thing that I notice about football and baseball is fundamentally different. You can be very respectful to other fan bases in baseball.
Also, one ball is round and the other's like kind of egg shaped.
There's that difference too. People catch it without gloves. No, they do have gloves. That's wrong. Gloves.
Mitts.
Mitts. There you go.
One's a lot more masculine than the other, you know.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. But when you
I think we all knew which one you were talking about.
In one, some of the players have the build of a midget.
But seeing players
in the other.
But seeing players get pelted by 102-mile-an-hour pitch and then just shake it off and run to first base, I don't know, man. That's pretty stout.
That was pretty stout.
Yeah, but how often does that happen? You know?
Dude, I don't know. I saw it happen 3 times in one game the
What
other
about
night.
getting hit by Mac? I said Mac Miller, dude. What is wrong with me?
imagine a dead rapper.
like a dead rapper coming. Dude, I don't even know where.
why'd you hit me?
Seriously, I don't even know where that came from because you know what I was gonna say? I was gonna say Ray Lewis. Why did I say Mac Miller?
Well, Ray
my
Lewis
brain
is actually
dead.
like...
I've been hit too many times. Okay, that's the problem.
Not only is it bad just to get hit by Ray Lewis, but wasn't he accused of murder?
No, not Ray Lewis.
Oh yeah,
Ray Lewis didn't he?
Are you talking about? Wait, accused of murder? When did that happen?
No, Ray Lewis was he the? Which one was the one
He
that?
was the middle linebacker for the Baltimore Ravens.
he
yeah.
was.
Which one like punched his?
Oh, you're talking about
girlfriend?
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice. Ray Rice.
No,
is
Ray
it.
Lewis accused of.
This is in real
Convicted.
time, Jonathan typing.
Yeah.
Because I'm no better. I can't say. Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Ray Lewis was never convicted of murder while he was initially charged with 2 counts of murder and other related charges in connection with a stabbing in Atlanta in 2000. Those charges were later dropped. He pleaded guilty to one count of obstruction of justice as part of a plea deal. He testified against his co-defendants and was sentenced. He's a snitch. He's a snitch. Ray Lewis is a snitch.
Oh, they all are. I mean, if you got that much
Anyway,
money.
I thought you were gonna say he murdered Chad Ochocinco when he tried to block him.
That's what I was saying. I was like, 2 counts of murder was on the
I was just
field.
working up to like this elaborate joke.
Yeah, on the field.
Yeah, he's just working up to an elaborate joke.
You know, everyone. You see those clips every once in a while. Like I saw one of Tom Brady again the other day, where it's like who was the worst like people play against that hit you and stuff, and they always say it's like maybe why they say Ray Lewis is because they're like, oh, this dude killed people.
That actually came out after he retired though, but
well, Aaron Hernandez makes Ray Lewis look like an angel.
true. Well, and let's be honest, he was never convicted. And he did get a plea. Obviously, he knew the parties
innocent
that were
till proven
involved.
guilty.
Well, I mean, he knew the parties that were involved. So
I mean, I feel like Tom Brady should be prosecuted for the way he kisses his kid on the lips. But
That's facts.
I mean, dude, like makes out with his
dude,
son.
Tom Brady is like
It's
the
an Italian.
greatest- it's the greatest. He's not Italian. Not even close.
No,
Yeah, well,
it's not even on the cheek, man. It's full lip contact.
It
It's
is
gross.
weird. It's weird.
it's appropriation. He loves Italians.
Appropriate.
That's look. If I'm gonna imitate Italian, that's not what I mean. Maybe I'll,
Mamma mia.
yeah.
I kissed my son too long.
The clip where he's getting the massage is by far the most disturbing. It's horrible.
No, that
Did we
is
play that on the podcast?
I don't know if we have.
Oh no, we didn't have video then, so we couldn't have.
No,
we don't.
it's.
I know I showed it to y'all though.
Hey,
so-
Jamie,
is
pull it
horrible.
up.
Pull it up.
If
Pull it up. You probably could.
If my computer was hooked up, I would pull it up.
Trent can find it.
Stall while I do that.
Yeah. Well, we're trying.
We're still in the good news section, right?
It is good news that he gets massages, man. It's good news.
Yeah.
Can't be the goat of all
Italian
time.
appropriation is always good news.
Yeah.
It is. How else would we still have mafias?
True.
I was thinking pizza.
Yeah.
I was thinking mafias.
I got it.
Did you get it?
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right. Let's see if I can pull this
There's
up. Hold up. All right. This is gonna be. Oh, I got it.
showing 5-time Super Bowl winner Tom Brady getting a massage. Then his 11-year-old son comes in the room and asks him if he can check his fantasy football
They did the
standings.
news report.
Why did he video this?
What do I get? Every now, Jack, everything
Just
comes
wait. Just wait.
That was like a peck.
The second kiss shared by father and son prompted tweets from viewers using words like very disturbing and uncomfortably.
That's really bad.
You probably didn't
That's
catch it.
really
He said
bad.
he came in and was like, "Hey, can I check my fantasy football?" And he goes, "What do I get?" He comes over and kisses him. And then when he's walking away, he said, "Well, that was just a peck."
Dude, that is freaky.
Dude, look, I'll be honest with you. I don't think he's like a pedophile or nothing.
No,
but dude,
no.
you have to know. You have to know.
That's a level of ignorance that's not okay.
He's like, hey, cameras are here. Don't just give me a peck.
We gotta capture this, son.
We gotta show the love.
This is going to be worldwide, son.
and I love how his son did that, like, oh, dad, come on,
Dad.
like thing. It's like,
Poor kid. Now he's got to live with that.
yeah,
dude.
it's
The
video
bullying,
for
man.
everybody.
Yeah, he's got to live with the fact that his dad has multi-millions of dollars, has really nice cars.
Yeah, he's got to live with that.
He's got to live with that.
He's got to live with that inheritance, man.
I mean, money only means so much when your
He's
dad
gotta
tries to
live
make out
with,
with you.
you
I'm
know,
sorry. Like, you know.
He's got to live with the genetics of the chiseled chin and,
Dude, if I got the inheritance he was getting, I would have mind.
I know where you're going with that. I think it had something to do with like the kiss would have been even. That's so bad.
Hey, this is alluding to something we're going to talk about later. Actually,
Yes, actually it will.
Yeah,
So
Sexual harassment
yeah, actually,
yeah, we actually do have another great story.
involving men.
Oh gosh.
Oh man, this coffee's hot. Anyway. Moving on. We got things going on in the world besides our childish laughing. Anyway, so we got we got several subjects. We got Elon versus Trump, which is kind of taking a weird turn
yeah.
last couple of days. I
I want to hear theories on that.
Yeah, we got LA riots. We've got No King's Day. We've got riot videos, possibly. I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
we
with
got a
that.
few.
I don't know the videos. And then we got another story within Christian music that I think is kind of a big thing right now and needs to be talked about. I don't know if it needs to be talked about us, but hey, we talk on the podcast, so it's going to be talked about. And then we got a segment coming up. That's a new segment. We've kind of done things like it before.
Yeah.
It's a little bit new. But anyway, starting off, Elon Musk versus Trump. Yeah, this is a weird one. And, I always had the weird suspicion that it was like too good to be true that they could both get along for that long. Like, it's like two very powerful men, two very rich men, and one made his living off of everything being green. Right? I mean, that's kind of his, like, how he made a lot of his money. And I'm not saying that to knock him. It's just true. And now you have the president of the United States who actually wants to, like, do away with a lot of that stuff. And on top of that, you also have the fact that there was no way that all those cuts were going to get through.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like, I kind of understand Musk's side on this. But anyway, y'all jump in.
Yeah. I understand. So my kind of summary of it is like, I get Elon being upset. Like, I get it.
So what happened?
He was just upset with the bill, the big,
Well,
beautiful bill. But
much
more
so-
than that. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Pretty much is like, he runs a business and he wants the government to function like a business. And don't we all? We all conservatives want it to be that way.
Who? Trump?
No, Elon. But it can't function that way. Like, our modern government
There's a reality.
is like, it's give and take. I mean, it's set up that way on purpose, but also it's like, you're never going to pass a bill unless it's all Republicans. You're never going to pass a bill that just have these massive rollbacks. It's just not going to happen in the near future.
So here's the deal, just for a little bit of background for those who might not know Sam.
It's just like people might not know.
Yeah. No.
I don't know.
No. So basically, Elon Musk could only work so long for the government without being paid, and be as an owner of a company, he could only work so long without there being like a conflict of interest, basically. So he could be hired out for so long. Otherwise, he would have had to take on an actual job within the cabinet and then actually probably quit being CEO of his company. But anyway, all that being said, he had to step out in so many days. So he took a lot of hits to his personal well-being, essentially. Like, I mean, he lost a lot of money.
I saw a thing the other day said 25% of his wealth.
Because he was going and trying to find all the problems within the government and weed out, all of the inefficiencies, but not just inefficiencies, but the fact that, people were stealing money or giving money away. It was just disappearing. Whatever it was, he was going out and finding it, stuff to cut.
With Doge?
With Doge.
What does that stand for? Department of Government Efficiency?
Yeah, you got it.
You got it.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes.
So anyway, he takes all this personal attacks. People hate, he goes from being a hero around the world for saving the planet to like the most hated man in the world because he's helping out Trump and he's trying to cut these programs. All that stuff being said, he starts having his Tesla, dealerships attacked and all that stuff. So then he steps back and he thinks and it's true, he did find a whole lot of issues that it's good that he found them and we're happy. But I think that he thought that it would instantly, they would just be able to cut it. Just get all that fraud and loss out. And the issue is that that's not up to the president. And it's not solely up to the president, let's say that. And it's not solely up to the Republicans. It really isn't. Or conservatives. And so he took all this personal loss and now he steps back and he's sitting there waiting for this bill to be passed. And the bill doesn't make all the cuts that he thinks should be made. It does reduce spending over the years, but it's not cutting to the degree that he thought it would.
Yeah. Well, it also increases spending.
The debt ceiling. It
increases the debt ceiling. So they can spend more, and that was what really sent him over the edge. Was that, and then he kind of lost his mind on Twitter for a couple days, and then
he even accused Trump of.
Yeah, so if I say you can.
Okay, so this is where it really got interesting, and everybody was like, "What in the world?" This is where it got crazy. He was already Elon Musk was already going off on President Trump and stuff like that, which Trump honestly. They have to pass this bill, no matter what it looks like, to keep the tax cuts. If we lose the tax cuts, this country goes in a spiral. So there's a reality that has to be dealt with. But anyway, going back to what he said about Trump, he said that the reason why the Epstein files have not been released is because Trump is in them. So he's accusing Trump of being essentially a child molester, anyway, going to the Epstein Island and doing that. And the thing is what's crazy is I found this out later, and maybe you heard this too, Matt. I don't know, maybe Trent, Sam, I don't know who will all listen to this stuff, but
who else is here?
I don't know anybody. But the Optimus. I'm just kidding.
What do you think about all this, Optimus?
Dude, that would be the most
the
cringy.
world is in. I wish I could sound like him. Yeah. He sounds sick. He sounds like
He
a
just
semi.
won't shut up about the cube.
Yeah, but now transforming means something different. It's transform.
Yeah, they already did that to
roll
transform
out.
the cartoon.
They roll out. Yeah, they did. But anyway, the bottom line is he is actually Trump is mentioned in the Epstein files. Fact. That is a fact. But what he failed to mention is that he's the one that turned Epstein in. He's the only guy that came forward when he thought that something was crazy with Epstein. He came forward and answered every question that they wanted to know and totally said that guy's doing something wrong. So Trump is in the Epstein files, but he was the one that actually turned him in and was something crazy's going on.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the clip on Rogan where he had the FBI director or whatever on there?
Cash Patel.
Cash Patel, yeah.
And then
I haven't listened to it yet.
And then he brought up that tweet like on air with the FBI director. He was like, "Get this. It's just like this just happened," and then the director was like, "Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I'm not going to talk about that."
Yeah.
Like what? You out of everyone, you should be the one to know about that.
Well, did y'all listen
he
to that
definitely knew
whole
about that.
That was a I didn't listen to the whole interview, but I listened to the
All
whole
I
part.
saw was like
with
a clip of it. That clip.
The Epstein stuff.
Yeah.
And, dude, it's kind of frustrating. He
What with Patel?
yeah,
What?
he kind of just dodges a lot of questions.
He does.
Steven Crowder is like.
I mean, I don't. What would you expect though? I mean,
yeah, Steven
Head of
Crowder
the
is
FBI.
pissed.
Well,
Yeah,
he talks about being open and honest, and his whole career is built on this through that, in the interview with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
But then it's like, it's almost, and then like when Joe Rogan would point out things that are like, everyone knows, he would almost be like, oh, I hadn't heard of that. And it's like, it's just weird. It's just weird. But on the Elon thing I think it was yesterday, Elon apologized.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I didn't know this. Okay.
I think it's pinned to the top of his profile right now.
He said that he went too far.
Yeah, he's like, sorry guys, I went too far.
Sorry guys, I went a little too far. It's like, yeah, you only called him a pedophile, like, and accused him publicly of like, going to an island and like having sex with underage minors.
Yeah.
But whatever.
It was a little too much tism came out.
A little snafu.
yeah. Yeah. No joke.
Yeah, I mean the thing is I think that he realized too that he could get sued for defamation.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong. Like maybe he really is sorry. I don't know. I don't know the man's heart. But the bottom line is, dude, that's a defamation lawsuit waiting to happen. So
What's the thing about it is like, you kind of pick sides, but I think Elon, I'm with Elon in the aspect of not his rant stuff. If you just
agree with
if he
him
just
in
came out and was
principle.
like, yeah, I'm not a fan of this. I wish all this would happen, and I'm going to keep pushing.
I
for
agree
that.
with the principle. Yeah.
I would agree wholeheartedly. Like, but it was the way he did it where I'm like, okay. But I agree with both sides. It's like Trump's just trying to get things done. And
Dude,
Trump also has different. I mean, he
Trump's
never
not a
ran on.
conservative.
Yeah, and he never ran on that he's going to cut Medicare and Medicaid.
Nobody does.
But
because they would lose.
Yeah, they would lose.
They would lose every time. It's what needs to happen. But the bottom line is our country's gonna have to go bankrupt before that ever happens. So I don't know. It's crazy. But did you hear what Trump? So Trump kind of hit back. I think it was before Elon even said that. Trump was hitting him with like, well, maybe we'll pull all the SpaceX funding from the government. Which I'll be honest with you, that would be the biggest mistake ever.
That'd be a huge mistake. Yeah,
you're gonna send him to another country? Like he's the only man launching rockets into space for the U.S. right now. The only one.
Yeah.
Like there's no one else doing anything successful. And like that's the thing about Elon Musk is like he is probably he is the most important business owner in America right now.
Yeah.
From a national security standpoint, he deals with AI. He deals with missile tech. I mean, launching stuff into space, like all of our
Neuralink.
stuff. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Neuralink might
Reading
be
our
running
minds.
our soldiers in the future. We don't know. But the bottom line is, from a national security standpoint, you can't get rid of SpaceX. You can't send them to someone else.
Yeah, you got to be at least friends in that way with Musk. I'm not saying he has to be a part of the government. I mean, I totally agree. Musk went way too far. Like you're not like I'm not working with you in that way again after you call me a pedophile. Like just flat out. Like you completely defame me, drug my name through the mud. It's not happening. But yeah, definitely pulling funding is a mistake.
I don't know though. The weird thing about Trump is he's a very arrogant man. He's very prideful. But if you look at like some of the people that he's made peace with throughout the years, I mean, his own vice president, like J.D. Vance, talked about Trump awful.
Yeah.
In 2016 and 17 and all that, he was calling him basically Hitler. I mean, like, it was stuff like that. Like, he hated Trump. And now he's his vice president. Why? Because he was like, no, I was wrong. And he says, I think Trump is actually good. So,
yeah.
I mean,
and J.D. Vance kind of alluded to that in the interview he did with Theo Vaughn when in the middle of all that going down, which J.D. Vance is just such a like one of the best politicians we've had
Dude,
forever.
He's a genius, dude.
Yeah, he's so smart, but also
really
just
is.
so like
Very likable, very humble.
very likable, down to earth. And his response to it pretty much was that of like, hey, we hope, like I don't speak on behalf of the president necessarily, but like we hope this all dies down. He apologizes. We bring him back in. Like, we don't want to be feuding with the richest man on earth, pretty much.
The richest man on earth that has all the tech that's doing things. Like, that's the thing about it is, like, we need people like Elon if we're going to, like, do anything in AI and stuff like that. We don't need Google. And as much as I hate Google, I absolutely can't stand Google, but we can't send them somewhere else. Because the bottom line is they're huge in AI too. Yeah. And it's like, if we can't shore that up, then, well, good luck. Because
seems like they're even getting more advanced than like OpenAI. Have you seen Google's new, what is it, VO3 or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is crazy. Didn't we play some of it? No. We haven't showed it on the podcast.
We have some clips. I mean, we could pull them up.
It's all over Instagram though. Especially there's this ongoing one of Sasquatch or Bigfoot or whatever.
I haven't seen that
like
one.
doing these excursions in nature.
Yeah, I've seen those.
He's like, hey man, we're out here. We're gonna swim across this lake. Let's see how it goes. He's like vlogging or whatever.
Yeah, it's like vlogging. Honestly, all the videos are starting to annoy me.
Yeah, I know.
And I hope this is a sign for the future that it's like it only took like a week before I was kind of like, I'm done with this.
Hey,
there is some good out of it though, because there's been videos of like they'll make of like news anchors and stuff, and then they'll say, "This just in, something crazy's happened. Fill in the blank. This is going on in the background, some weather phenomenon or aliens or something like that. It looks so real." And then they're like, but this is just AI. This is fake. Yeah. And then I'm like, well, that's kind of good. Yeah. At least people are making it like that.
Is there an emblem that's attached to it that tells you what it's from?
Not necessarily. No,
not necessarily.
Because okay, so look,
dude, false information is going to be rampant.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if you look at our switch to their camera, that not man enough logo that looks like it's got an Optimus Prime type thing.
I didn't even notice the Optimus Prime until like 30 seconds ago.
It's not Optimus Prime, but it's close enough. But anyway, so we made that with Grok,
I
right?
feel like a meteorologist.
Matt, you made that with Grok?
Yeah, you can see it in the corner.
So in the corner, right down there,
it says Grok.
It says Grok. So that's what I'm saying is like, how is that like the
Sorry, I thought I did.
I was like, sorry. Anyway, no, but so like there has to be something built within like these videos and stuff like that that actually tells you what it is. Has to be.
Yeah.
You know what would be so sick is if we pulled an Inception right now and we're like, and then we just like faded away and we're like, we're just AI too, and all this whole building is AI.
Yeah,
wouldn't that be
awesome.
Cool? And then like people are just focused on this,
and it's
right
happening.
Here.
It's happening right now.
And then we just like pixel.
One of the more disturbing things I've seen with AI is there's been some pretty blasphemous things. I've seen some with like Jesus on the cross, and he's like goofing off, like joking around with like the other two.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible. So it's like there's some stuff that pops up that's like, oh, that's kind of funny. The Sasquatch thing's funny. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, nah, I'm sick of this. I want this to go away.
I hate AI in so many ways. It's so cool in so many ways, and then I hate it in so many ways.
No,
it's like
I agree.
Yeah.
It's it's not going away. We have to have it. I understand, because just for a nation to even be a superpower, I mean, look, if America doesn't go after it, then we get conquered. That's it.
Have y'all seen the VO3 videos of where people make it to where the people in the AI people generated are like, we're just prompts. I'm just a prompt. I have to do this.
Yeah, there's an old lady dying in a bed that looks real, and she says, "Why didn't you prompt something like, why'd you prompt me in this situation?" Or something like,
"Why didn't you give me a good prompt?"
Yeah.
Why did you prompt for me to die?
Yeah.
Why have you done this?
It's
so freaky.
It's so weird.
And it looks so real.
So, for some reason, this reminds me of something else that's freaky and weird and really ticks me off is This is totally off subject, so just go with it.
I mean, we're already there.
I mean, we're already off subject. We went from Elon Musk to AI. So to bring it back around to what we weren't talking about anyway, is do you know that they were coming out and this? Look, this is my dork coming out again. Whatever, geek. Call me whatever you want. I don't care.
Nerd.
That's fine. Huge Legend of Zelda fan. Love Zelda games. Always have.
I changed my mind. Geek.
Yeah. Okay. That's why I wear glasses now. But anyway, do you know that they're making a live action film? Like they started making a live action film.
Yep.
And
is this a transgender thing?
Yeah, I don't know if this is actually true or not. But they were like supposedly like eyeing getting a transgender to play Zelda, which is the princess in the Zelda games.
Why would you do that?
I won't go. Like, there's no way I would ever even step foot in the theater to watch that, and nor will anyone else.
Nope.
Like, the Mario movie did good.
Yeah.
It was actually funny.
Hey, so
a lot of people hate the Mario movie.
I really want to know
it.
what that board meeting was like when they're pitching the movie. They're like, so it would make all, the game has been around since the 80s and all like the 30, 40, 50-year-old dudes who like really love Zelda. You know what they would really like about this movie is if Zelda had a penis. They would really like that. Who thought of that?
It's the South Park thing.
No,
put a
it's,
chicken in it and make her gay.
Okay. So I have a theory. I do have a theory. So this is so dorky. There is a theory because I was thinking through. I was like, why in the world would they make this decision? Well, in Ocarina of Time, Zelda is a character that is called. Pull it up. A picture of Sheik or something from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
So it looks like a dude the whole time. You think it's a dude character that's wearing like a mask or something. Well, it ends up being Zelda in disguise the whole time.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if they're trying to, but like I can't imagine like the Japanese people sitting in the boardroom and being like, we need person go both way.
Person go both way. Yeah.
I just don't get it. Like, I mean,
but I mean,
person go both way.
Yeah, but it's slightly been happening even with I saw something about the new Nintendo, the Switch stuff.
Don't tell me nothing about my Switch 2 now.
Well,
what did it do?
So there's when you were setting it up, you might have noticed. Supposedly, it doesn't have like male or female. It just has select.
It never asked that question.
Okay, well, there's like some sort of setting in there where it says select your type, but it doesn't say male or female.
I never did that, but the bottom line is that all video game companies do that.
Select your type. What is this, like diabetes, type 1, type 2? Like,
well, I think that like it's basically like Facebook and everything else.
Yeah, so it doesn't have multiple genders, but it has a.
Yeah, I didn't do that when I set it up. All it did was transfer my file over.
Also, that Switch, if you do
Just
something
tell me about
illegal on it, they can shut
Brick
it
it.
down. They brick it.
That's always been the case. They brick.
Yeah.
dude, that's wild.
Nintendo has been notorious for bricking systems that, I mean, Sony's done it, Xbox has done it, all of them do it. If you hack the system and you're able to download free games, they're going to brick the system if they find out. Like if they can see it over the internet, they'll brick it. And then you just have a paperweight.
Yep.
That's pretty wild that they can do that.
It is wild that they can do that.
Yeah.
Just shut it down.
So it's like you technically don't ever
Own your system.
actually own it. Yeah.
Well, they don't want you stealing people's. I get it.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I kind of get it in a sense.
Well, I do too. I don't think you should be. It's like you could ban the IP or whatever. You could ban
But you don't own
online
video
access.
games anyway. You really don't hardly own video games.
No, you
anyway,
don't. You don't,
because
because they can pull them at any point,
you can buy all the digital games you want, and if they yank them,
and they have.
they're gone forever. Even though you paid $60 and an extra $100 in the DLC, doesn't matter. It's gone forever. Even if you buy the physical disc, if it can't update,
It's gone.
it's
Dude,
gone.
believe it or not, this conversation has given me nostalgia because I just thought about. Do y'all remember it was like this warning that came up before movies like in the 2000s. That was like
Piracy?
Yes, you know.
Yeah.
Piracy is
Yeah.
a crime, and then it's like burning CDs is a
Up to
crime.
$500,000
And then it's got that,
or 5
dude,
years
that
in
music
prison.
on it that's like, dude,
Yeah.
I love that so
Yeah.
much.
You know what it was though? Piracy was a big deal back then because like people were going, and I remember this. You could go on go to the ghetto, and on any corner they were selling like VHS or DVDs that were some guy that had shot the movie from the back of the theater off the screen. Sound was terrible. There's one time when I was younger, I tried I was like, yeah, give me that. I want to see that movie. Let me see it.
You bought one?
No, I didn't buy one. Somebody gave it to me. And they gave it to me.
Okay.
Oh no!
If you say so.
It was full of a powdery substance.
No, it was actually. You know what movie it was? The
movie
Book
was
of
great.
Eli. It was a guy from work. He actually gave it to me. I didn't have to pay for it. He gave it to me. He's like, "Oh yeah, man, this one I got before it was out of the theater." I was like, "Well, let me check it out. The Book of Eli. That looks like a good movie." By the way, it is a fantastic
It is
movie.
a great movie.
I didn't get 2 minutes within it and I shut it off. I was like, it was grainy, faded. I saw somebody stand up in front of the screen. I was like, nope, I'm sorry, dude. Like, your idea of like sufficient is not my idea.
Yeah.
So I never actually have watched a movie that was pirated.
Yeah. Well,
I tried and couldn't get
I
through it.
watched one time. Same thing is I had a friend growing up, and I remember he brought a movie over one time, and it was like on like a blank DVD, and like we put it in, and it was like it had all these like weird. It had like multiple yeah, it's like you had to like do all this stuff, and I remember I was like, I don't think this is right.
He's like hacking your DVD player to get it to play.
But I think everyone probably has done this here. I think we're all old. Jonathan obviously is old enough to do this.
Hey,
But,
Record VHS
your
of what's
friend-
on the TV.
VHS
well, not
was
just
awesome.
that, but was someone would have a CD of an album you wanted, and then you would just copy it to you, and you create copies of it.
Oh,
Dude,
definitely.
there's
What
so
was
much
that-
nostalgia here.
What was the
Awesome.
company that came out in the early 2000s that basically started posting all the music for free and you could just go and download it?
LimeWire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh man, thanks. I completely forgot what it was. I didn't
Dude,
ever
this
use
is a
it.
nostalgia trip right now.
I didn't
this is
ever use
awesome.
it, but like, I don't think I ever used it. I think I had somebody else download some stuff for me. I was like, oh, whatever. But I never had my own account.
One of my fondest memories is us as a family. And I don't know if this is a crime,
All of us are going to be put in jail after this episode. $500,000
but
fine.
like us as a family watching something on TV and then recording it on VHS to
Oh,
watch
no,
later.
we did that all through the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, and then you have to, when you rewatch it on the VHS, you have to fast forward through the commercials.
Oh yeah,
Dude, that's
Dude,
awesome.
yeah.
I love that.
I want y'all to guess.
But over time, it gets bad. Like
it like stretches out and starts getting really great.
Yeah.
over time, it starts looking really bad.
It does.
You can't even watch it.
There was a lot of stuff I watched that way.
Sometimes if you record it over something else, like your wedding, no, I'm just kidding. I never did that. But if you record it over something else, you would actually could kind of the image would interfere if you recorded it over something
It's
else.
like a ghost.
But I want y'all to guess
Ghost
my
of movie
favorite TV recorded movie that I had when I was young. We recorded it. Came on TV. We recorded it on VHS. I want y'all to take a good guess at what that movie was.
Star Trek.
No, wait.
With
No.
the
Never-ending story.
We did have that, but that wasn't my favorite. But it was close. It was close.
Goonies.
Alien.
No.
Goonies.
Okay.
No. Come on, man.
Man.
Karate Kid.
Yes. The first Karate Kid. The first dude. I wore that video out.
Heck
I
yeah.
loved it, man. Anyway.
This just shows how much we know Jonathan. We know you.
I just knew it had to be like
one of the four.
It's like one of the top
Hold on,
like 80s
hold on.
movies.
Right here.
Yeah.
That's how you know me.
Optimus would have
very
known
true.
immediately if you asked him. He's been there through everything. He knows every move that you've made and what you will make.
That's another thing from the 80s that's disturbing. The songs.
Oh yeah.
Think about the lyrics in the songs. Every move you make.
Oh, dude,
I
sing-
want like yeah.
Can you sing the rest?
No, I don't know it. But I know that he's talking about like basically like watching this girl like every movie. Like I'll
Every
be
breath
watching
you take,
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
watching you.
What is that one song that's like
Wearing sunglasses at night?
No, Jesse's Girl or something.
Jesse's Girl? Yeah.
Dude, that's messed up.
It's messed up.
You listen to the lyrics. It's like, dude, what the heck?
There's another song. There's another song that's called "I Wear Sunglasses at Night."
Yeah.
I wear sunglasses at night so they could check out chicks. Like, think about that. Nowadays, that would just
Nowadays, everyone's in the.
I don't want to miss a thing.
everybody's just so like uptight.
Hey, you know what? The modern day sunglasses is now is a VPN.
Yeah, no joke.
Dude stays awake just to hear breathing. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's a Lifehouse song.
No, that's Aerosmith. That's
Aerosmith, yeah.
Oh,
you know, don't.
Gosh,
that's
are
talking about
when
it.
were you even born?
but Lifehouse also has that same lyric.
Yes, they do. You're correct. But
similar.
But Lifehouse pulls it off slightly.
They
less
do.
weirdly
We
for some
were
reason.
meant to live for so much more.
That's
Have we lost? Oh, wait, that's Switchfoot.
yeah. That's completely.
That is Switchfoot.
Whatever, dude.
Just to
It's
hear
all,
you
it's all just rhythm. It's all rhythm and
gracious,
noise.
what is
All
happening?
rhythm and noise.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to edit some of this out.
Maybe.
Although it is pretty disturbing. Lie awake, sleeping.
You're just saying words.
No, the Aerosmith song from Armageddon.
What are you,
Armageddon.
drunk? You sound like
I
some
could-
drunk dude in
I
a bar
could-
trying to
yeah.
Hold on,
explain
hold on.
to someone a song.
Play that song. Play that
what is
song
it?
where he
Play-
said,
No, the one. Breathe. And then there's the creepy part. And then there's like, the song. You're like,
know the
that's what
song.
you sound like
You
right
know
now.
the thing?
Stay awake just to hear you breathing.
Who's that by? Lifehouse? No, that's Aerosmith.
That's not
right.
Lifehouse. That's not Lifehouse.
What
Lifehouse
about
wasn't around then.
Switchfoot, guys?
The asteroids had to hit. Anyway. This is the dumbest story. Hey, write down that timestamp.
it's written down.
I
You
said
know, Goo Goo
retired, by
Dolls
the
made a
way.
song called Pupil. And,
Hey, by the way, for the record, I said retired.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Elon
I'm
Musk.
so
Okay.
retired. It's
Moving
nice.
on from Elon Musk, we have other news.
That was moving on from me.
from Elon.
I don't know. Elon Musk is old too, and he's from the. Well, how old is he?
50s.
Oh, so he's from the 80s.
Let's talk about South Africa.
Let's talk about L.A. riots. Let's talk about that.
South Africa, LA.
LA
it's all the
riots.
same.
I have a take on the LA.
No, it's not. South Africa is.
I have
Way
a
better.
take. I have a take on the. Moving on. All right. Write down that timestamp because this is awkward. Anyway,
No, dude, don't write it down.
L.A. riots. I've got my own take on this. I think it's. I don't think I'm the only one that has this take at all. But the bottom line is like I don't know what in the world could say that this isn't an insurrection, or if it's not an insurrection. How in the world could you say that it's not? Okay, so there's people waving flags that aren't American flags that are talking about just tearing the whole system down. They're threatening America and saying that they own this land before we did. And they're burning down cities. Now, I'm sorry, but and these people are being funded by people like George Soros and people like that. Now, would y'all not agree that with these LA riots that this is terrorism?
Yeah.
I see it as terrorism.
Yeah.
And if you're funding terrorism, why in the world are we not going after people like that?
Yeah. I mean, it's a form of treason.
Oh, I
It's
agree.
basically mutiny.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You know, and I think a
Because
lot.
we're on a pirate ship.
Yeah. It's just large scale mutiny.
Back to pirates.
Walk the plank.
Abandoned ship.
hey, we should. Hey, yeah, it's
Good idea.
alluding to
It's a good
deportations.
analogy for what
Yeah.
we need to do.
But it's so funny because they're like, the mayor's standing up and being like, this would have never happened
Oh, God.
if it wasn't for Trump coming in and deporting illegals, which is a crazy statement to say. And like if you kind of like are iffy on some of this, just think of this in this way: replace the word with illegal immigrants with thieves, murderers, any other crime,
terrorists,
and say, we wouldn't have any problem if no one if they didn't confront them. It's like, that's
the dumbest
crazy.
thing
Yeah.
possible.
But I think the flying the other flags, like flying other nations, like everyone's already called this out, is where they're like, why are you flying the flag of the nation
that you left?
You fled here to, and you're saying that it's that you're protesting. We don't want to be sent back to. It makes no sense. Make it make sense.
Did you listen to the Louder with Crowder episode recently?
Yeah, I've listened to all of them.
Did you hear the fact that everybody's sitting there claiming that California was originally Mexico's, and it was only Mexico's for 27 years?
Yeah.
Because it was the Spaniards.
Yeah.
So
and then they're
stupid.
like, yeah, I'm
Like,
14,
they're like-
whatever. Yeah.
They said the worst invasion ever from an outside people was they were talking about Columbus, and I was like, he was a Spaniard.
Yeah, it's all Spaniards that came in. Like, all these
Mexicans
cities and
complaining.
stuff are named after.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, that's like the French coming down to Arkansas and waving their flag, saying, "Hey, we used to own
Yeah. Yeah.
Louisiana Purchase. Don't forget it."
Yeah. Don't forget it. If you want to, there's a great clip trend you have. It's the actual video I sent you.
Yeah, I got
that
it.
you were playing earlier. If you want to, do,
I got it.
What?
I'll just throw it up
I don't
on
care.
your screen.
I don't
Yeah.
care who it is.
All right. You want to
We
play
have
it?
the
Start it
101
over.
back open again. So same kind of. We have the 101 back open again. So same kind of situation here. There's a
love this
large
so
group
much.
of people. It could turn very volatile if you move law enforcement in there in the wrong way and turn what is just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn into a massive confrontation and
You could just stop it
altercation.
there. He just said, "What is just a bunch of people
Just
having
people-
fun watching cars
Just
burn?"
roast the marshmallows over it. It's not a big deal, guys.
Which, let me get this out. I think, and this might be controversial, but I think, I don't think it's controversial. I think if you go back
probably don't
100
think it is
years,
either.
if you're throwing things at people, like rocks and stuff like that,
Yeah. I got a
that's-
true story
that's-
about that, by the way.
That is, if the cops just open fire on you, hey, that's fair game. Like that is you're
game.
threatening people's life. They're standing on bridges, throwing bricks at traffic on interstates as they're driving by.
I gotta say, if I'm driving, especially if I have my wife with me, and my car gets surrounded and it starts getting pelted,
Oh, dead. Everyone there's
you're
dead.
getting got. Like they can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. That's all I'll say.
Pedal to the floor.
I'm not shooting anybody. I'm just running over everybody.
I don't know what I'll
if
do.
my-
I'll do whatever I have to
Yeah.
do to protect my family.
and
That's
if
what-
my
that's what
car
I'll say.
stops, good luck, everybody.
Yeah,
I hope,
I'm
you know.
peeling out on your face.
Yeah.
But the that sounds brutal, but it's true.
but it's true, and you can't discount the
But
fact
it's true.
that
I would totally peel out on their face purposely.
but you can't, it's like they want to, that's why the left is doing such a, like what he was saying, they're just hanging around burning cars. They want to paint it in that way. So if there is something violent, if there's violence against them, they want to paint it as evil. But in reality, it's like, no, that's called justice. That's called, if you're harming, you're stealing from people, you're burning people's property, you're forfeiting your right to, not necessarily to live in some instances, but especially if you're attacking me,
I think
you forfeit your right to live.
I think
That's
when
just
it's
how
on
it is.
such a mass level, you do forfeit all of your rights, in the sense of like anything that happens to you is well deserved. A true story growing up, like of a brick being thrown off of an overpass and hitting a windshield. We knew a lady growing up that went to our church, and someone did that, and it went through the windshield, hit her in the head, and she had to relearn over months how to retie her shoes. She had to relearn how to walk. Dude, it messed her up, and it could kill someone. If someone's throwing bricks and rocks over the side of a bridge and hitting windshields, you them.
Yep.
Like I don't like that is you're trying to kill people.
Like Angel Reese throwing bricks.
I was wondering what you. That's actually good. It's a lot better than our jokes earlier.
But seriously though, I totally agree with you. It's like that is and you are actively doing something that very likely, it's not even like it's an off chance. I mean, you hit the driver's side on the windshield with a heavy enough object, it's going to severely injure at the least. At the least.
I got yelled at by a cop as a kid for pelting passing cars with water balloons.
Yep.
He pulled over and he like gave us a good stern talking to because
You were on the wrong route. You were down a route of drugs, violence, and all sorts of stuff doing that.
We had water balloons and we went and we hid in like this kind of like this ditch that was a very big ditch, okay? But anyway, it was right beside a major kind of a highway. And so as cars were passing by, we would just pop up out of nowhere and just pelt their windshield with water balloons. And you talk about freak. I mean, they couldn't see.
Yeah.
They would freak out.
Wait,
And
didn't
so-
you do something like this on LSU campus or something like that?
Oh, on LSU's campus, we went and
There's
we
a good story here.
Yeah, water balloons. We did. I was an idiot. So we went to LSU's campus when I was a teenager, and we filled up like backpacks and coolers with, I don't know what the deal is with water balloons. We liked them.
You know, most
Water
kids
balloons.
just do drugs.
We didn't do drugs. We didn't do drugs.
about that rubber, dude.
But dude, the guys that were with me did not care who they hit with a balloon. They did not care. Whereas I was like, no, man, not that person. We did hit an Asian guy, and he had a computer in his hand, and he was like, "Oh, what the?" And he freaked out.
Dude, that's so messed up.
But
It's really messed
but
up.
there was like some really huge dudes that looked like they looked like they
You're
were
gonna
like on
get canceled.
It wasn't because he was Asian. He just happened to be Asian.
After you just imitated his accent.
That's okay.
Will this stand in a court of law?
Maybe not, but I stick by it. Anyway, the fact is like we also the guys threw balloons at like what could have only been football players from LSU. And let me tell you something. I'm surprised we did not die because they all started running, and the guy that was with me that had the backpack, we were grabbing the balloons out of the backpack, and we left it unzipped, and the balloons started falling out and rolling everywhere, and I'm trying to pick them up while these guys are cussing us out that look like they're about to kill us. And I'm laughing so hard I can't breathe because just the balloons are going everywhere. I'm like, these guys are about to kill us. I don't know why I thought it was so funny. And then we did. Okay, so to make it fair, so we hit the Asian guy. Okay, we hit the white jocks. Okay, so just to show I'm not racist, we hit the black chicks with water balloons. With their weave.
Hey, no one was safe.
And let me tell you, that was the mistake. Not the football players. We got chased by a daggum gun on that one. And I kid you not. Like, it was for real.
That's crazy.
You know, we did. This just goes to show which,
I wanted to hear that again.
the difference between like
I love that.
riders and this story is the people riding are, you know, like full grown adults.
Grown adults. I was
And
a
they're
teenager.
actually like, you know, doing like it's anyways, but
But this did stem from his deported friends.
true.
He was pissed. I mean, he just couldn't handle it.
Although
So-
some of the guys with me were foreign, but what is crazy is that we actually got pulled over by campus police. We were riding in the back of a pickup truck, which back then wasn't illegal.
Yeah.
You could do that. But we
90s
got
or
pulled
whatever.
over, and there was a cooler full of water balloons in the back of the pickup
Oh,
truck.
he definitely thought it was alcohol.
A cooler, and he definitely thought it was alcohol, and we're all underage. And he looks at us and says, "What's in the cooler?" And I was like, water balloons. And he's like,
Water balloon.
he didn't even look in, and he goes, "All right, y'all can go."
Yeah, because he knew that there's no way someone lied about it. What's funny though is what is it
He's
with?
like, there's no.
The thing is, you had to think he was looking for us anyway because
Yeah.
people had to have been complaining.
He
that we were
just
sniping
didn't
everybody
want.
with
He
water
just didn't
balloons.
want to deal with it. He's like, it's freaking water balloons. But what's funny is when I was a young teen, similar thing, something about college campuses. We used to drive around, and
I got arrested on one.
I should have been arrested on one.
Yeah.
So we'll go to that story in a second.
We'll come back to that. Yeah.
We used to drive around, and we would. Well, I wouldn't drive. I was too young, but I would hang out the back window, and we would take cups of water.
Yeah.
And we get free waters from McDonald's. Then we would take the lid off. And then when we would pass somebody walking on the sidewalk, we would sling the water at them and hit them. So kind of the same thing as water balloons and stuff. I don't know why we thought that was so fun. I mean, people would get furious too.
I mean, I would think it was fun now.
Talk about something.
I mean, like, I don't see, you keep asking the question, like, why is this so fun? I'm like, why is it not fun?
Okay, so why are teenagers? Why are teenage guys so dumb? Because like another guy,
it's just pure testosterone, no brain cells.
I don't know what it is.
Dude, because
There's
like
I don't know.
One of the
just judgment. Brain isn't.
I mean, to prove your point, I did when I was a teenager set up a quarter in my room, and me and my friend, I was like, I bet a pellet gun would go through a quarter.
This is true because I was pissed.
Yeah, he was, rightfully so. So we shot my pellet gun in my room like probably 10 or 15 times trying to get through this quarter. And it didn't go through.
Nice.
There was a
there's the walls. There
was a guy that I went to church with. He was maybe the head pastor's son. I don't know. No, he definitely was. So they had a minivan, and they opened up the side door going down down like a highway, like going fast. By. He had a watermelon, and a dude was riding a bike on the side of the road and hit him in the chest. Dude, he actually got arrested over it, I'm pretty sure.
That's a lot of weight.
That's like attempted homicide.
It's like a bowling ball.
It took the guy out.
I bet it did.
I was not with him on that one, but I knew the story because I knew people.
Hey, man, I'm not with you on the. I'm staying behind on this one.
He just hopped out of the moving van.
Okay, totally unrelated story, but it just popped in my mind. There was a guy that was Big Mike that we used to.
Call Big Mike.
Dude, this guy was massive.
Big Mike.
He was probably.
I feel like everyone knows a Big Mike.
Everybody definitely knows a Big Mike.
I know a Big Mike.
This guy was 350. This guy was 350 pounds to 400 pounds. No lie. Like, he was massive.
Probably 5'6" too, huh?
Yeah, dude. He was not that tall, but he also he had a small pickup truck. When I say small pickup truck, it was one of those Isuzus. Like what? Like almost like a Nissan, basically one of those small
Suzuki,
small ones from like the 80s, whatever. What did I say?
Suzuki.
No,
it's Suzuki.
No, he said Isuzu, which is a brand.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Is it really?
Sure.
Okay, I didn't know this.
It's like one of those weird old.
Yeah,
brands.
no, it's still around.
I think so. I think you're right.
But anyway, this guy when you got in his truck with him, it would be like this, and you would almost be sliding towards him.
No.
But dude,
maybe that was intentional.
No, he wasn't like that. But there was one time he's like, "Hey man, you want to see something cool?" I was like, "Yeah." So he goes and we jump in this truck and he goes about 60 miles an hour across a field.
Oh no!
And he finds these hills and he launches them, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
that's just what you have to do in a truck like that.
But dude, he's like bottoming out because he's so big. Every time we hit, it was just like.
Dude,
it was fun. But anyway,
it just
you're like, man, you got to sit in the middle or something.
That's guys. I'm not making excuses. Look, young men who are listening to this, don't go do this stuff.
Was this the truck?
Oh,
here, switch. Was that it?
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
okay.
nice.
The black one.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Yep.
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
Oh man, 400 pounds.
Except his was like leaning. His was green, and it was single cab just like that.
That's sick.
Bench seats, so you're all right. Like if he sat in there, you were almost sliding up against him. If you bet, I buckled in not for safety, just to keep myself off of him.
You didn't want to be a homo.
As you clicked the buckle, you said no homo.
No, but I mean, let's be honest. This guy was so big, he's pretty much touching me anyway.
Shoot, man! I was in South Carolina. He was in California. He's still touching me. That's why we call him Big Mike.
All right. So moving on to Oh, there's so much editing.
Oh no! This
No,
has been fun.
no King's Day. No King's Day.
This will come out after.
Okay, so no King's Day. By the way, we have to move on from LA riots, but just like if people are causing problems, police, not citizens. Don't go out and shoot people.
Yeah,
Even rubber bullets. Let's even do rubber bullets.
yeah.
Yeah, let's
Take
not
'em
call
out.
for homicide here. I don't want to be accused of that, please.
I'm not calling for homicide. I'm talking about the police. Just
If you're doing terroristic behavior, I think it's just
I think you deserve it.
empty one mag, reload, empty another, and then we go on with our
How
lives.
you're emptying them, we don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
Anyway, I'm not calling for violence,
It would stop,
but the
though.
police have every single right to protect
I'm not
their
calling for violence,
citizens.
but I am calling for justice, which
That's right.
might entail violence.
No,
Yeah, justice is
sometimes
violence.
is violent.
Almost always.
Justice
is violence.
has to
There's
be-
no form of justice without a form
there
of
has to be
violence.
punishment. The bottom line is you can't just go crazy. You have
So
to
if I'm
have-
being violent, I'm being just.
every time.
every time, Sam.
Exclusively.
so says the Nazis.
Thank you for clarifying.
Anyway,
I'm gonna go now.
I got things to take care of.
I got some things to do.
But there is a idea out there though that like all violence is bad. A lot of
not
like
true.
Christians definitely buy into this, and it's not true at all.
They don't read the Old Testament.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Well, even the
Especially-
New Testament is violence is you use
government
violence
carries a sword.
to do good as well.
Yeah.
So I would use every bit of violence I can to stop someone from harming my family. Whatever
Yes.
it takes, however violent I have to be, I will do, and that's a righteous and good thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
For sure.
What are we talking about specifically? What's the worst thing that you would do?
Dude,
I'm thinking
as I'm dozing off at night, I think about these things.
Every man does.
Every man does. It's like
Every
if
man.
all I had to defend my family was a spoon, what would I do with that spoon? Obviously, I'm going
Gouge?
for the
Eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
Yeah.
We all thought
stupid
eyeballs. We all for sure eyeballs. Yeah, for sure. And you know,
What next?
I don't know. I mean,
getting
maybe
so excited.
maybe I try and get through the rib cage with it. Use it as a pry bar.
Okay. This brings back a point of what I was saying so long ago, but I've been harping on, is that close quarters combat is so much better than modern day combat because you get to do things like this, guys.
I don't know.
I mean, come on, imagine. Like, I would much rather be living in 900 AD than modern times. Like, imagine having an Ulfbert as a freaking Viking, dude, and you're just slashing people's ribs out.
I don't know. I can still carry, so I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have to do that.
Yeah, but
prefer
don't
the
you
guns.
want to?
No.
Like me?
No.
I mean, Sam's getting counseling after this. Anyway,
It's much more personal, and it's loving.
you want them to feel the justice.
Well, it's just comforting, you know, to know that you can feel them dying close to you.
They still feel getting shot. I will
Yeah.
say that. It's
Yeah,
not
but,
like-
but they don't have
no, I'm
anybody
talking
to-
about you feeling it, like you feeling
okay.
everything.
And plus, at a distance, there's nobody there to comfort them.
what are you just shushing them?
You go to Valhalla now.
Valhalla waits.
Dude, if you break into Sam's house, you are screwed.
man.
You are toast.
Good luck. Anyway, yeah, the whole trailer park's gonna hear those screams.
Hey, there's a reason I only keep knives
Okay, so
and other things.
this moves on to No King's Day. I don't know how this moves on to No King's Day, but No King's Day. I don't know much about this. Matt, I think you researched
So
a
No
little bit
King's
more.
Day is there's a national planning of like a protest. So they're planning on all like the major cities to have the left to protest, and they say it's against obviously kings. You know, they think Trump's like a dictator or whatever. So it's protests against like DEI and all the, you know, opposing DEI and is what they're saying. And also immigration, all that stuff. So this will probably come out after that. So we can't really say be careful on Saturday. But we're probably going to see a lot of.
Be careful 3 days ago.
Yeah, be careful. Hope nothing bad happened to any of y'all. But yeah,
and
it's probably going to be really violent. I hope not.
We don't care.
I hope it. Yeah, the Arkansas governor already came out and was like, "Don't try anything." Like they already deployed the National Guard. I'm pretty sure.
Heck yeah.
Like,
look, this is Arkansas. Nothing's going to happen here.
Dude,
anyway.
You will get lit up.
Nobody
in Arkansas
comes to Arkansas to like. For one, we don't have the population. We don't have the recognition. You're not going to be seen.
And we have way too many firearms.
And then we have a lot of rednecks with guns ready to use them.
Yeah, I mean it will be.
We're just
Rock
too
or something.
reclusive, you know.
Yeah,
there's a lot of guns in
I'll
Little
put it
Rock
to you this
too.
way: I walked into this studio with 2 firearms. 2, all right, and that's just 2 that I have. So, and there's people out there have way more than me.
That was just because you're going to be sitting next to Sam this week.
And I was mildly afraid. Okay,
I walked in here with 2 guns too.
Oh no! You didn't do that. Oh, that's disgusting.
Anyway,
I'm tired of people carrying guns around me.
I just want to have fun. Why do people always get scared when I have a full-length sword just hanging off my hip? I don't understand.
In all reality, though, if I was carrying a sword like that, people would just assume I'm autistic.
Which they'd be right.
Yeah, true. Good judgment, by the way.
True. So no King's Day. It's basically saying, hey, we don't want any king, and they're calling Trump trying to be a king or something.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah.
But what about Christ? Christ is king.
Yeah, but I don't think they care about Christ.
I don't think they do either.
I don't think they.
Okay, so this is lined up with Flag Day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on Flag Day, which is also, I think, Trump's birthday.
What even is Flag Day?
It was when the Army was founded, I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
You look it up.
Why does everybody...
Hey, Jamie, look it up.
Why does everybody wave all sorts of flags on Flag Day?
Hey, honestly... I always thought that Flag Day was like some Canadian holiday because you look on your calendar and you see all sorts of holidays, and then I'm just like, that's probably Canadian.
I actually thought that the same thing. I thought it was Canadian because I thought it was Day.
No. It's June 14th, the anniversary of the adoption of the Stars and Stripes as the official U.S. flag in 1777.
Okay.
It is not indeed Flag Day.
No, it's not.
Anyway, it says that, yeah. What did you say, Trent? I was distracted.
It was like
the adoption of the Stars and Stripes as the official U.S. flag in 1777.
It says that hold on, right here it says Flag Day, observed annually on June 14th, is a holiday in the United States that commemorates the adoption of the flag of the United States by the Second Continental Congress on that day in 1777.
Did you actually just look up the exact same thing I just looked up and read the exact same thing I just read?
You did.
Did I?
Yep.
You just repeated the exact same thing.
Why?
I don't know.
What was the point?
Because I wasn't listening.
You didn't trust
See how
my
it
answer?
says it right there?
Because you just said something else.
No, I didn't. It literally said the same thing.
No, he said it's right there. I'll put it in your screenshot.
I can't read that.
It's literally the same thing.
It's just too far away. Even with the glasses, I can't see
He
it.
was so distracted by homosexuals that he couldn't read.
I thought it was a good joke.
It was a good joke.
Homosexuals, Canadians.
The same thing.
We have a slight inside joke. Me and Trent do, at least on this. Of one time we were talking about something.
Oh yeah.
And it happened to be right before Flag Day. And we weren't saying the word flag. We were saying something else that kind of sounds like flag. And someone came up and was like, what's going on about flags? And we're like, it's Flag Day in a couple of days or whatever. And so it went on for, I guess that was a few years ago or whatever.
I think so.
It went on for a little bit of we were celebrating Flag Day. So
Yeah, so
I don't remember that.
Now it has its whole month in June.
Yeah, exactly.
so no King's Day. What is the point? Like, I mean, what do they do?
Protesting.
So more riots.
Yeah, enticing riots.
So just anarchy.
Yep.
I don't know about y'all, but I'll just be watching the baseball games in Omaha.
Me too.
All right. Anyway, I don't know if we need to say anything else about that except, protect yourself.
Yeah.
Whether
Wave the
sword.
right flag.
Whether it's with a spoon
Or a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 9mm.
Anything in between a
That
spoon
maybe
and a
has
gun.
an American flag on it.
Yeah.
I mean, comfort those.
I should do that.
Let them know that they're going to a place that doesn't exist. Hey, you're going to Valhalla. You fought honorably. They're just like, what the heck? I was just trying to steal some stuff. Hey, but you're going to Valhalla.
I just wanted this iPhone.
Which they stole, in LA, they like broke into the iPhone or the Apple store and stole the iPhones
so
and stuff like that.
stupid.
But they didn't realize that.
That they'll just brick them.
What are they going to do?
Well, they're all just display iPhones. They're not real.
Yeah.
So they took them out the store, and it's like immediately when they left the store, they turn into bricks pretty much, and then they just go off really loud until they die and just go return to store, return to like. So then they just started trashing them all.
Yeah,
So, and then they were mad. They were mad.
That's
There's
crazy.
like
They didn't
clips of
even think
people like
about going into
complaining
the back?
about it, that the phones are being annoying.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like, you mean the
annoying.
ones you stole?
I mean, the phones are being annoying, not the people breaking the windows and burning down the city. That's not annoying at all. At all. Anyway. Okay, so let's move on. We got riot videos. Do we have riot videos? Something about that?
We can just. I'm sure our audience has seen enough of those.
Okay.
I'll just summarize it.
Well,
It's a
real
lot of
quick, let's just play one with the mayor saying some nonsense.
Okay, we can play that.
Next 30 days. We don't know how many are going to.
Let me
That's good.
restart it.
Do I see a Mexican flag, or is that that's
Yeah,
a
it's
California flag, isn't it?
It might be Mexican. I don't know. California.
What's the
I don't know.
difference at this point?
Does it have a bear?
Is for the administration
Which
to
no
stop
bears in California
the
makes no
raids.
sense.
We have heard that these
There's
raids
bears
might
in
take place
California?
for the next 30 days. We don't know how
all
many
dead.
are going to take
Black
place in
bears.
a given day. And you just think about the disruption to families and the disruption to our local economy.
Is that it?
Oh,
Yeah, that was it.
yeah.
Maybe it was a bad clip. Maybe we missed. Maybe we were talking through the. Play the one of the. Oh yeah, this one. Play this one. This one's funny.
Oh, dude, that was a good
Ooh.
spear tackle.
That
Right?
was solid.
Restart it. Restart it. Click into full screen. Do stuff with the cops.
No, that was a clean tackle.
That was
It was
solid.
so good.
He played
That
football.
was solid.
That was a clean tackle, but
For
I think his
sure.
head went into the concrete.
That's what I think so too. I don't know. I can't tell.
I mean,
either way.
Hey, play that again,
Either
Trin.
way.
you
Roll it
cannot
back.
look. You
Let's roll it back.
cannot
We'll full
tackle
screen-
a guy on concrete and do
We'll
that.
full screen it real quick. Hold up.
Oh no! He put his shoulder into his chest. That was legit.
But that also
was
means
solid.
that his head was definitely going towards the concrete.
It
for
was
sure.
going towards, but I don't think it actually contacted.
I don't know if he made contact, but it was close.
I don't think he made contact
That
because
was a
it looked
clean
like
tackle.
his.
So
it looked
no,
like his
no,
shoulder.
no foul on the play.
No foul on
It
the
looked like
play.
his shoulder went right into that guy's chest and
he
saved
definitely
his
had the
head
breath knocked
from
out of him
that.
for sure.
You know the cops were all just like, heck yeah.
Dude, they love that. Where did that guy come from? Like, who are you?
I don't know.
Are you a protester as well? Like,
I don't know,
He's
but
just
I
like,
appreciate it.
everything's free. I'm gonna tackle this guy.
he had metal music playing in his AirPods, and he was like mosh pit, and
He
just like
just
tackled
always
the crap out
wanted
of
to
that
just
dude.
tackle somebody like that.
You know, mosh
Just
pits
much
aren't
it.
always what you think they're gonna be.
We'll
Hey,
save that for
y'all
another
remember?
time.
Y'all remember that when we went to that concert? It was Daysseeker concert. That dude that was randomly throwing
exactly
fists
what I
like
was
crazy.
talking about.
That's what I was thinking.
Actually,
That's what I was mentioning.
Actually, do you think that was just his stepbrother, the guy that got tackled, his stepbrother that was just had Down syndrome, giving him a hug?
Maybe. Hey, but
It's pretty intense.
What is that
Actually,
book
though-
of Mice and Men or whatever?
maybe next podcast we'll pull out a couple. I have videos of that concert of the mosh pit.
Okay.
We can pull out. That would be fun.
should.
Wait, of
That'd
the
be fun.
mosh pit?
Yeah, a little
No
bit.
way.
Yeah, I have
Wait,
some
the
videos of
push-up
it.
thing?
I don't have the push-ups, but I have the other stuff.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
save it. We'll save it. That would be
Okay,
a fun
so-
little.
Riots. Look, It's crazy.
It's evil, it's wicked, it's bad.
Okay, we can move on. All right, so something else that is, I don't know how we even transition to this. I'll be honest with you from the way this episode's gone.
Do you want to, or do you want to just
I don't know how long have we went?
hour 15?
You want to go to Coca-Cola?
I think we can talk about this really quick.
Cool. All right.
I don't know. It's just going to. You know what? This is too serious. I think we just need to hold off.
I think that's good.
I think we just need to hold off because this is actually like more of a serious.
You can just tease it for. We can,
okay,
it can be our
so
next.
the guy that
Poor choice of
okay, so
the rapey guy.
okay, yo, I'm not even mentioning it. I'm not even previewing it. It's over.
We're back. We're getting to our segment, and so this is going to be blind tasting. This was Sam's idea. I'll give him the credit. Give Sam the credit.
Hey,
Yeah.
We're blind testing fentanyl.
Okay. So we're blind tasting
let's see who dies first.
Coke, but the legal kind. So it's going to be
Lucky for me, I have a tolerance built up.
So it's going to be four options, A, B, C, D. And it's going to be between a glass bottle, a can, out of a regular bottle, and then Coke Zero as kind of a, just thrown in there to see because a lot of everyone here says they know Coke Zero. So we're going to see if you actually know Coke Zero.
Okay, so am I going to write down my guesses as I go?
Yeah, and you can tell them to me too.
Hey, I don't have a notepad and paper.
Will you just tell them to me? I got the list. I'll write it down.
I'm just kidding.
All right, so let's start with A.
The first in line.
What's your first one?
First in
Okay.
line.
So first one. Let's start with A.
Okay. So is this A? Yeah, okay, it is A.
And not super strict rules on you can if you kind of change your guess, you get like one or two changes. Don't make it crazy on me, but you can kind of change your guess as you go.
I like how we all
I don't know that I don't think that
It's
I
not
have
done
enough,
until it's all done.
I don't have enough of a clean palate because of my hot coffee I've been drinking. But let's
Spit out your hot coffee.
Okay.
Drink some water.
let's try A.
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 That's Coke Zero.
I think it's glass bottle.
That's Coke Zero for sure. But it's not done till it's done. Okay, so I'm not going to put in my
I'm gonna say
final report
I might
until
change
the
my
end.
answer. But
Can I write down what I want and then like change
Yeah, and then
it later?
final.
Okay.
Yeah, go for
So
that.
right now I'm leaning towards what's all the options?
Glass, can, regular bottle, Coke Zero.
This is regular bottle
okay.
for sure.
I think it's Coke Zero right now.
Actually, it might be.
What
Coke
was
Zero.
Potentially, but
yours, Trin?
I said glass bottle. It's very sweet. It's too sweet to be Coke Zero, in my opinion.
All right.
It's not done till it's done, though. I'm going to tell you at the end.
Yep. I'm the same thing.
We on the B?
And then going on to B.
Okay.
B. Isn't this entertaining? Let's see.
Okay, that's regular Coke. Maybe Diet, actually.
Diet's not part of it.
Yeah, there is no Diet Coke. Man,
Hold on, what were the options?
Hold up. Can we zoom? I'm going to zoom this in and post edit of Trent on his phone going, that's Diet Coke, when Diet Coke wasn't even an option.
Hold on, what were the options then? Say them again.
That's
I almost don't want to.
B is B.
I have glass bottle, Coke Zero, Diet Coke, and just regular Coke.
Okay.
So you just don't listen. It was just regular Coke, glass Coke, Coke in a can,
Coke in a can.
and then
This-
Coke Zero.
this-
So I was just one off.
This is canned Coke.
You're going with can.
As of right now, I could change
What's
that.
your guess, Trin?
It's regular Coke.
Canned.
Sam?
All right, so one is definitely Coke Zero. I have no doubt about that. The first
Yeah.
one I tried.
I have regular
okay,
bottle or Coke Zero. I'm not really sure yet.
The second one, man, I don't know. The others are bottled, glass, and then canned.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I'm gonna say canned for the second one.
The fact that you didn't get Diet Coke, by the way, you should have. But
Yeah. Okay.
Diet Coke's a little too obvious.
Crap.
Dude, you keep, how do you keep stubbing your toe?
While sitting down.
Yeah.
all right, see.
C?
C.
C.
going on
Yes.
C.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's the.
Dude,
That's the bottle. The glass bottle.
That's really smooth.
Glass.
I would agree that it is a glass bottle.
Glass bottle. For sure.
What's your- what, all y'all say glass?
Yeah, I'm changing my answer.
Dang. Yeah, I'm gonna say glass too. Yeah. I don't know.
That's good.
It's not as like
Because glass
carbonated.
is typically the best. It's not as carbonated. Mine's
like
more
crazy carbonated. Yeah.
Glass is usually the most.
I don't know.
carbonated.
Compared to the one I had before, it just tastes like it's
This
smoother.
thing is like bubbling. Yeah, smooth isn't carbonated. What are you talking about?
What are you talking? It's not a bourbon.
Okay, but the more something is carbonated, the harsher it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's smoother. I think it's.
Oh,
less.
I thought you were talking about the other one. Was smooth. Okay, never mind. I get you. I get you. My bad. All right. So are we on to D?
D. Okay.
That's the Coke Zero.
That's 100% Coke Zero.
All right. I'm decided.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
What's your answer, Sam? All right, and then after
All
you
right.
get, and then we can retally like your final results like before you.
I think I was accurate through, but the last one I'm going to say that was the bottle. That was the plastic bottle.
All right. And then okay, I'll just read off real quick. Sam, you said A was 0, then can, then glass, then bottle.
Yeah.
Is that how you want your order?
Yeah.
All right.
And the order underneath the cup is A,
through D.
B,
Yeah, we understand.
Well, we know the
how
alphabet.
4 works. All right,
and then
Trent,
D.
Trent,
Okay,
your
just
order.
to make sure that I have it right.
No,
Okay.
I'm changing mine up.
We'll,
actually,
we'll
after-
get to you in just Trent. Yours is you think A is glass, B is bottle, C is you have is glass as well, and then D is 0.
So okay, I'll help you out.
Give
so,
me the correction.
So
I've
A
changed mine.
is the Coke can. Okay. B is just Coke from the bottle.
Okay, that's the same.
C is the glass bottle,
This is so
Okay.
wrong.
and D is Coke Zero.
I wonder how wrong we are.
Jonathan.
Dude, y'all are so wrong.
I'm gonna say A. After going back and retasting, after my palate has been cleansed, I'm gonna say that the first is Coke Zero.
Okay.
Dang it. You only did that because of me.
No, I went back and retasted it. And then I'm gonna say that the B is canned Coke. C is glass bottle.
Dude, this is literally mine.
Is it? Plastic bottle is the last.
Okay.
I'm gonna laugh if both of you are wrong and I'm right. That'd be so funny.
I'm
All right.
positive that the C is glass bottle.
Let the record know.
I agree with you. I think C is glass bottle. All right. So what is it?
All right. So A is Coke Zero.
What'd
Okay.
I tell you?
So Trent, that's a mark against
I
you.
always drink my Coke
Okay.
Zero
Hey,
ice
by the
cold.
way, I got that. I didn't change anything when I
No,
was going
no.
through this.
By the way, if he ends up winning out, if he gets all of them right and me and him tie, I will concede to him because he did get it right from the get go.
Yeah.
For sure he gets it.
All right, and then B is a can.
All right.
Okay.
No, I didn't change that one. I didn't change that one.
Mine's
you
wrong.
didn't.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Now,
You didn't.
to be fair on A, I said regular bottle or Coke Zero. I said both. I wrote it down, or Coke
Yeah.
Zero. All right. But just say.
All right, and then C, Coke from a bottle.
I got that one right.
Glass bottle, right?
Nope, just
You
regular.
oh,
Dude. Just regular.
Dadgummit.
Yeah. So all y'all got that wrong.
It seemed flatter, to be honest.
So
Seemed
and
flat.
then,
Mine was good.
yeah, it's what it is. I just had to taste it to make
So-
sure. No, I'm just
so-
kidding.
So that means that I got the last two wrong.
No.
Well,
No,
if I
you
got the first two wrong and I got the glass
Oh yeah,
bottle,
yeah. You're right. It is the last two wrong. The last one is glass bottle. Yeah.
Okay, something
D is
went-
glass bottle.
Something went terribly wrong on this because glass bottles are typically the best. Let me ask this question. Switch camera. Switch camera. I need to see the people.
I need to see the
All
that works.
the peoples that watch. Okay, so
Wow, the glass one is definitely more. It is more carbonated.
The glass
I don't know why
one-
I thought it'd be less.
So here's the thing: is the glass bottle one a Mexican one?
Yes.
That's the problem. Okay,
They're all
seriously. No, they're not.
all.
They're not. So there's
If I could
a
speak
huge.
specifically
So
bottle glass.
I wish that you would have said Mexican, because I would have changed my. You think I'm joking?
No, I do.
I worked for.
You said no, I do.
So I worked for Coke for 14 years. I know glass bottles like more than
You drove a truck.
I also drank a lot of them because I hate.
You also drank a lot while you drove.
No, so
You also drank a lot while you drove.
there was a at Coca-Cola there was a Coke machine that when I got back they had glass bottles in it. It was the only one. It was like one of the old school ones. I could always get them, but I always hated the Mexican ones because they're way more flat and they use the real cane sugar.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Okay,
Yeah.
But that's why. See, I was guessing on the wrong glass bottle. Had I known it was a Mexican, I would definitely guess that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But Mexican is the same because it's cane sugar.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's good.
It is cane
I
sugar.
actually hate the Mexican one. The American one's way better. That's just bottled glass bottle.
It just goes to show you, though, like tasting through those. Like I knew what they were, but tasting through them, it's like if you handed me any of those, I'd be happy with. And
For sure.
honestly,
I would
Coke
drink 'em.
Zero.
No, I could
has
tell
a lot of
immediately. I could, and look at the record.
Like
I could tell immediately
Yeah.
what was Coke Zero and what wasn't.
Yeah. So Sam got 3 right. Trent got
he didn't
0.
get 3 right.
I got
That's
2.
impossible.
No, I got 2 right
2 right. 2 right. Yeah.
because I mixed up the
Look,
glass.
come
and
on,
the
guys. We can't
plastics.
break
Sorry.
we can't break math.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
but
if you got one
I was
wrong,
keeping
you got
up with
two.
a lot
Hey,
of things.
but I did it all.
I
In
will,
order,
I will
as we did
concede
it.
because when it first started, I said regular bottle or Coke Zero, and I was trying to save and decide later on, and I did decide later on. But I will say I'll give it to him because he said Coke Zero right from the get go.
I did. Yes.
But see, you know what it is because
I read the winner
I actually
besides
drink
Sam.
Coke Zero all the time, and I think that was my downfall.
No, I do too. Yeah.
Do you? Because it
agree.
was like
Yeah, I also really
I agree.
enjoy Coke Zero.
I felt
Okay.
like I had an edge because of how much y'all drink Coke Zero.
right. I didn't notice
Because
the difference as much.
because I actually usually drink cherry Coke, just regular sugar, all of that stuff.
And the fact that
pump
it's
me
not
full
even
of it.
regular
and-
sugar
and
Just
And
yeah,
the
corn syrup.
fact-
Pump me full of it.
And the fact that you started off with Coke Zero, so there was no baseline to go by.
That was good. You did that on
Because
purpose.
like
Actually, I did it by accident.
all I drink at home if I'm going to drink a Coke is Coke Zero. I just
Yeah.
drink it really ice cold. That was not ice cold. So I was like,
It was pretty close.
It was cold.
It's been in the refrigerator for
It's been
Like
dude,
2 days.
I dump it over ice after being in the refrigerator.
Then yeah, it's normal, dude.
yeah.
It's 2 days.
Dude, it doesn't matter. I pour it over ice. Mine freezes as it's hitting.
The
Okay.
compensating going on. If it was over ice, I would know. If it was slightly watered
No,
down, I would know.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying
Why?
I typically drink it ice cold. That was not ice cold. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, you know how I can tell, like distinguish bourbons in a blind as if we put them over ice. That's how
Nah, man, my Buffalo Trace, I know it if it's over ice.
This is a bourbon.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so
I
the
know.
the bottom line is like the reason why I say that is because I drink Coke Zero ice cold because I think it makes it taste more like regular Coke and it makes the carbonation come out more.
Yeah,
So that's what
got
I'm
a lot
saying.
of flavor.
I tried
good.
that bottled one again, and man, it
Did you say Bertold one?
I've tried bottled one again, but
All
I
right.
was just saying retain this flavor and all this carbonation. You know what I'm saying?
you reminded Jonathan of his home.
Hey,
Hey, come on down to Louisiana. We are down there occasionally. You know what I'm saying?
You know how many times I was called coon ass once I moved up here? I don't know. But anyway, y'all have a good one. I was about to say have a good night, but it's night here. But by the time you listen to it, it won't be.
Hey,
so,
good morning.
Good morning.
Wake up.
Afternoon.
Have a good work day.
Happy Monday. I don't know what it is because we don't know when we're going to post this. Anyway, we're out. See you later. Play that music if you can. And switch cameras.
I thought of like the funky white boy thing.